Hello, friends. Welcome to English Amplify. Today we are going to talk about the book Think Less, Do More by Peter Hollins. Many times, we can't even start a task because we feel we must do it in a perfect way. This thought traps us. We keep thinking and thinking, but we don't do anything. This is called inertia, meaning being stuck or not moving forward. The simplest cure is to lower your standards a little in the beginning. Think of it like this. When you want to learn a new skill, like painting or playing the guitar, if you think that from the first try you must be like a professional artist, you may never start. You will feel you aren't good enough and you will stop yourself, thinking there is no point until you are perfect. But if you lower your standards and make a small start, like drawing a tiny doodle or trying a simple tune, then you will begin. Once you begin, moving forward becomes easier. In the same way, when we think about a big task, it feels so heavy that we don't work on it at all. Suppose you have to write a 10-page report and you are thinking it must be perfect. The moment you think that, it feels very difficult and you start to delay and procrastinate. But if you tell yourself, let me just write the first paragraph, no matter how it is, then you can start the work. Our brain likes to look at the finish line, but when it sees the finish line is far away, it gets scared. To fix this, make your first step easy. If you want to start exercise, don't think you must work out for 1 hour every day. Just think, I will stretch for 5 minutes. After you stretch, you may feel like doing a little more on your own. Perfectionism often becomes the biggest enemy of progress. We believe we must be perfect in everything. But the truth is, perfection does not come in one jump. It comes slowly, by trying again and again. The first draft is usually bad. The first attempt is usually average. The first step is usually shaky. If you accept this and give yourself permission to do average work at the start, you can defeat inertia. Think about a child learning to walk. Does the child run without falling on the first try? No. The child falls, then stands up, then falls again, and slowly learns to walk. If that child decided, until I can walk without falling, I won't even try, then the child would never learn. We need to adopt the same mindset. Many times, we think if we keep lower standards, our work will become useless. But that's not true. Starting is the hardest part of any task. If you make that part easy, the journey becomes easier by itself. When you start writing, you can improve it slowly by editing. When you start exercising, you can slowly build your stamina. When you start a new business, you can slowly improve it. But if you keep thinking that the start must be perfect, you may never start at all. So next time you feel too much pressure to do something, just lower your standards a bit. Make your target small. Break the work into small parts. And most important, don't put the burden of perfect on yourself. You only need to start, even if the start is very small. Once you get into motion, the inertia will fade by itself. Often, we think we need motivation first to do anything. We say, when I feel motivated, then I will start. But the truth is the opposite. Motivation is born from action. If you take the first step, even without motivation, slowly you will feel motivated. When you start doing something, you get involved in it, and your brain pushes you to continue. Suppose you have a long book to read, but you don't feel like reading. You think, when I'm in the mood, I'll read. But if you take action and read just 2 pages, your brain will slowly enter the process and you will feel like reading more. This applies to everything: exercise, study, work, or learning a new skill. If you start,
The problem with
motivation
motivation
will
is that it is
come.
temporary. A motivational video or speech can push you, but that feeling does not last long. If you depend only on motivation, after a few days, you will feel lazy again. But if you build the habit of taking action, you can reach your goals even without motivation. A good example is working out. Many people think they should wait until they feel like exercising, then they will go to the gym. But if they just start with 5 minutes of stretching, their body and brain slowly get into it, and then they feel like doing more. This principle applies to everything. When you start doing a task, your energy shifts toward it, and motivation starts to appear naturally. Think about times when you felt very lazy to start something, but for some reason, you began anyway. And then you started to enjoy it. This happens because once you take action, your brain tunes itself to work in that direction. Many times, we feel bored at the start of a task. But if we continue for a little while, the task becomes interesting. This is a psychological fact. When we get involved in an activity, our mind begins to work toward completing it. There is another big benefit. When you start taking action, your self-doubt and uncertainty begin to reduce. When you only think, a task feels harder and scarier. But when you start doing it, you feel it is not as difficult as you imagined. Action can also change your self-image. If you think, "I am a lazy person," you act that way. But if you just take 5 minutes of action, you can create a new story about yourself. "I am a person who can work even without motivation." As soon as you believe this, you feel ready to do more. You can see this like a cycle. Action, small result, more confidence, more motivation, more action. Slowly, motivation grows and you can bring big changes to your life. In simple words, even if you don't feel like doing a task, if you start anyway, soon you will feel interested. If you repeat this, you won't need to wait for motivation. You will take action, and action will create motivation. Whenever we hear the word risk, fear appears in our mind. We think if we take a big step and it goes wrong, we will face trouble. This thought keeps us away from new opportunities. But risk is not only danger, it can be a path to growth. If a child wants to learn cycling, there is a risk of falling. If the child never tries because of that fear, the child will never learn. But when the child takes the risk, falls, gets up, and tries again, one day the child rides smoothly without falling. The same rule applies to our whole life. Many people like to stay in the comfort zone because there is no risk there. But staying in the comfort zone limits our life. The biggest problem is you don't grow. When you learn a new skill, start a new business, or take a new challenge, yes, there is risk, but there are also big chances to learn and move ahead. Taking risk does not mean taking blind steps. It means taking calculated risk. First, analyze the situation, understand the pros and cons, and then make an informed decision. When you take risk like this, your chance of failure becomes lower, and your chance of success becomes higher. Another benefit of embracing risk is that it makes you mentally stronger. When you take small risks again and again and learn from them, you develop the ability to face any challenge. Slowly, your mind starts seeing failure as a learning process, not something to fear. Look at your professional life. Most big entrepreneurs and leaders took big risks at some point. If they were scared of risk, they might not have reached where they are. Steve Jobs took risks and built Apple. Elon Musk took risks and built companies like Tesla and SpaceX. Behind every big success, there is some risk. In personal life, too, if we always play safe, we never reach our full potential. If someone is afraid to express their feelings because there is a risk of rejection, they will never speak their heart. But if they take the risk, either they succeed or they learn from rejection and grow. Taking risk does not mean you will always win. Sometimes you will fail, but those failures teach you how to do better next time. Successful people have failed many times, but they learned from every failure and improved.
If you're afraid of risk, first, change your thinking. Don't see it as a threat. See it as an opportunity. When a new chance comes, don't think only about what can go wrong. Also think, if it goes right, how much can I gain? This habit makes you proactive and helps you grab more opportunities in life. Risk also improves your creativity and problem solving. When you accept a new challenge, you step out of your comfort zone and find new solutions. This grows your thinking power and makes you more confident. So next time you see a chance that has risk, don't reject it only because of fear. Analyze it. If you feel the risk is worth taking, then take it. It might become your best decision and change your life. When we plan our day, we make a to-do list. But many times the day ends and many tasks are still incomplete. One big reason is that we don't focus on the things that distract us and break our focus. That's why we should not only have a to-do list, but also a don't-do list. A don't-do list includes the things we should avoid, so our attention stays in the right place and we remain productive. Think about it. If you check social media first thing in the morning, a lot of time gets wasted. You think it will be only 5 minutes, but when you see the clock again, 30, 40 minutes are gone. If you keep checking emails again and again, or react to every small thing immediately, your energy gets used in the wrong place. A don't-do list helps you identify such habits so you can avoid them. To make this list, first observe which activities distract you during the day. Do you check your phone in every small break? Do you waste too much time in unnecessary meetings? Do you spend too much time on social media without any plan? Write these down and put them in your don't-do list. Then you will clearly know what to avoid. The biggest benefit of a don't-do list is that it teaches you discipline. When you are clear about what you won't do, you can focus more on what matters. For example, if your list says, "I will not use social media before 10 a.m., then whenever you feel like opening Instagram or Twitter, your list will remind you that this is not a priority. Slowly, it becomes a habit and your productivity grows. Many people think success comes only from working harder, but in reality, working smart is more important. If you stop being busy for the sake of being busy and use your time wisely, you can do more in less time. A don't-do list helps you see which tasks only waste your time, so you can save your energy for the right things. You should also update your don't-do list from time to time. At first, you may feel only social media distracts you. But after a few weeks, you may realize unnecessary meetings also take a lot of your time. Then, add, "I won't attend useless meetings." Refine your list based on your experience. Another important point. A don't-do list is not only for avoiding distractions, it also gives you emotional and mental clarity. Many times we say yes to things that are not right for us, just because we can't say no. If your list says, "I won't say yes to tasks that don't match my goals," it protects you from unnecessary commitments. If you're an entrepreneur, writer, or in any creative field, this list becomes even more important. Your most important need is deep work, time when you are fully focused and create your best work. If your attention keeps getting pulled by small distractions, you can't reach your full potential. A don't-do list gives you clarity on what to avoid so you can give full attention to your most important tasks. This list helps in personal life too. If you want to improve your health, you could write, "I won't eat junk food after 11 p.m. If you want to protect your mental health, you could add, "I won't spend time with people who drain my energy." In the end, it's as important to decide what not to do as it is to decide what to do. We all have only 24 hours. If we learn to put our energy in the right place, we can change our life. A small don't-do list is an easy but powerful way to make your day better and more productive. If you follow it honestly, You'll see your efficiency, focus, and overall happiness rise. Every day, we have many tasks, some important, some less important, but often we get busy with things that don't matter much, and the things that truly matter get left behind. This happens because we don't set our priorities properly. Here, we need the burner list. This method divides your tasks into two parts: front burner and back burner. Front burner includes your most important priorities, the tasks that deserve the most attention and help you reach your big goals. Back burner includes tasks that are necessary but don't need attention right now. They can be done later or are not critical at the moment. Imagine you're a chef cooking many things at once. On one stove, something needs constant stirring so it cooks properly. That's your front burner. On another stove, something is on low heat and can be checked later. That's your back burner. Similarly, when we organize our life this way, we can focus our energy in the right place. If you are working on a big project, that is your front burner task. If you also want to learn a new skill or explore a new idea, that can go to the back burner. This doesn't mean back burner tasks are useless. It only means they should not get priority right now. This protects your focus so you can work on the most important thing first. The biggest benefit of a burner list is that it makes decision-making easy. When a new task appears, you can quickly decide which burner it belongs to. Your mind stays clear and you don't miss important things. Another benefit? It saves you from multitasking. Many people try to do many things at once and end up finishing nothing properly. When you know what's on the front burner, you give it full attention and handle the rest later. To make it more effective, review your burner list weekly or monthly because priorities change with time. What is on the back burner today may need to move to the front burner after a few weeks. Updating the list is important. This system increases productivity and gives mental clarity. When your mind is not stuck asking, "What should I do now?" again and again, you work better.
You can also use this method for daily small decisions. If fitness is important, keep it on the front burner. If you want to read a new book but don't have time right now, keep it on the back burner. In professional life, if you have many ideas but can't work on all, use a burner list to decide which idea is most important now and which can be explored later. The real magic of the burner list is that it teaches discipline. It helps you understand that not every task is equally important. If you try to focus on everything at once, nothing gets done well. When you know what to prioritize and what to put aside for now, your productivity and success both rise. So if you want to manage your day better and put your energy in the right place, include a burner list in your life. It's a simple but powerful method that gives clarity and helps you complete your most important goals. In our life, we have to make many decisions every day. Some small, some big. Many times we overthink even the small decisions so much that our mind gets tired and we have no energy left for the big decisions. This is overanalysis, and it reduces both productivity and confidence. The best solution is to use the superstructured decision model, a structured way to make quick and right decisions without getting stuck in extra thinking. Imagine if you had to think every day about what to wear, what to eat for breakfast, or which email to answer first. Your mind would get stuck in tiny choices. That's why many successful people simplify daily decisions. For example, Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg often wore similar clothes, so they didn't have to decide each day. If you use a structured decision-making framework, your mind can focus on more important things. The superstructured decision model means having a predefined system to guide how you take decisions. It reduces overthinking and keeps your choices aligned with your goals. It is especially helpful if you suffer from decision paralysis, when too many options make you unable to choose. Step 1. Decide which decisions you can automate. For example, if you spend time every day deciding whether to go to the gym, fix certain days in a week. Go on those days no matter what. Then you don't need to decide daily.
Step 2. Set decision criteria. Whenever you make a big decision, have a few predefined questions. Does this match my long-term goals? Will this use my time and energy in the right direction? If this goes wrong, what is the worst outcome? With such filters, you can choose correctly without overthinking. Step 3. Learn from past decisions. If you made a bad decision before, analyze what went wrong and how to avoid it next time. This improves your decision-making and helps you choose with more confidence in the future. This model not only increases your speed, it also increases mental clarity. When you follow a process instead of thinking randomly each time, your mind stays relaxed and stress reduces. A system also protects you from distractions. You don't give attention to every small thing, you focus only on what matters. In professional life, you can put tasks into categories like urgent, important but not urgent, and avoidable. You will know what to do first and what to leave. In personal life, you can pre-plan weekends. One day for family, one day for yourself, one day for a new experience. This way, you don't have to decide again and again. Your time stays organized. By using the superstructured decision model, you not only make faster decisions, you also ensure your choices match your goals. It saves you from overthinking and makes you a smart, confident decision maker. Our body works with a natural rhythm called ultradian rhythms. This is the natural cycle that moves our energy up and down during the day. You may have felt that at some time in the morning, you are very energetic and focused, but a few hours later, you suddenly feel tired or distracted. That is the effect of ultradian rhythms. If we understand this natural energy cycle and plan our work by it, our productivity can increase a lot. Many people make the mistake of expecting the same energy all day. They think they will work constantly from 9 to 6 with the same output. But it doesn't work like that. Our body works in cycles of about 90 to 120 minutes. After around an hour and a half to 2 hours, our energy goes down and we need a short break. If we work according to this natural cycle, we feel more productive and less tired. If you use your highest energy time for your most important and demanding tasks, your work becomes very efficient. When your energy is low, do tasks that need less mental effort, checking emails, attending light meetings, or casual discussions. In this way, you work with your body, not against it. The best method is to observe your energy patterns for a week. Notice the time of day when you feel most energetic and focused, and the time when you feel sleepy or distracted. Find your peak hours. Then, during those hours, do the most critical work, the work that needs the most concentration and creativity. If you're a writer, write in the morning when your energy is high. If you are working on strategy or planning, put it in your peak time. When your energy is naturally low, do light tasks like calls, emails, or casual discussions. Many people feel guilty that they can't work at high energy all day, but it's not possible. Even the most productive people take breaks and work with their body's natural rhythm. When you accept how your body works, you can organize your work in a smart way. Another big benefit of following ultradian rhythms is avoiding burnout. When we work without breaks, our energy gets drained and we get tired fast. But if we respect our energy cycles and take the right breaks, our efficiency stays high and we can work at a high level for longer. To apply this in your life, keep your daily schedule a bit flexible. You don't have to perform the same way at all times. Just know which hours are your most productive and which hours you should relax. For example, if 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. is your highest energy time, do your most important and challenging work then. Then take a short break from 12 to 12:30. Walk, drink water, or rest a little. Come back to work and do lighter tasks. These small changes can make a big difference in productivity. This is not just time management, this is energy management. When you start working according to your ultradian rhythms, you will see that you do more with less effort and your mind feels fresher and more focused. So friends, this was today's book summary. Tell us in the comments how you liked it, and thank you for listening till the end.